Alright, what is up everyone? Skullcrusher back from his break from streaming. Quick update. I just got finished with season about maybe a week ago. Got 3 weeks LOA because I'm helping my folks, especially my mom, recover from my surgery. So I'll be streaming a little bit more here and there. Today I am literally going to be streaming some Warthunder gameplay, obviously, some American Aircraft. May even switch over to some American tanks later on, if I get bored, obviously. More of a quick update. So, when I haven't been streaming, I have been on my downtime when I've been able to actually work a little bit more on my lines. So, oh, that's good. Alright, so basically, if you guys notice, I've actually progressed past the P63 from the last time I actually played, and the F4U1C, and I'm on the second PBJ now, and I got the PB4Y. I'm not sure if I had that the last time, but I got the P61C and the P38J. I dread the P38, but I'm enjoying that P61. Right now I'm working on getting that B17, so I'm working on getting that PB4Y maxed out. Obviously, if you guys have any suggestions on videos I should stream and all that, by all means, please comment down below. If you guys are watching from YouTube, because I do like to upload my raw streams. Once again, same thing. Any suggestions on games I should try out, play, any of that, leave a like, subscription, and comment down below, please. It helps me out. I am doing this as a hobby, but if I'm able to get up to that level of being able to do this where I'm making, money on the side, obviously, from you guys watching my videos, that's going to be a bonus, because then I can do more. Then I will be able to actually do what some of the other bigger YouTube channels do and streamers do, which is giveaways, raffles, prizes, maybe even take the direction of one of the streamers I like to watch, Swifter, and do some game nights where I invite you guys to come play with me. Many things can happen in the future. This is 2020, so Happy New Year, Merry late Christmas to you guys. So we're going to get right into it. I'm just going to quickly let everyone know on Twitch that I'm live, and then we'll get right into it. Alright, the tweet is out. Alright, now let me see. Just pulling up my, there we go. Pulling up my stream right now so I can see any of you guys who might chat with me. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get right into it. I also have been playing with one of my buddies, Warpig. I'm not sure if he's started streaming yet or not, but we have started playing some realistic aircraft, so if you guys want to see me do some of that and literally get my butt kicked, let me know. If there's anything you guys want to talk about when you guys get into the stream, please, by all means, drop a conversation. I'll have a conversation with you guys. I don't mind. Currently, it's like 7:40 in the morning, so I'm going to stream for a few hours, take a nap, maybe stream later tonight, maybe some Call of Duty, maybe Civ 6, because I recently acquired that, maybe some Hunt, Showdown. I got quite a few things I've been wanting to stream. If you guys want to see me stream some old 360 games, I got a few backwards compatible games on the Xbox One here. I got Ruse. I could easily re-download Halo Wars 1. I got Halo Wars 2 on my Xbox One. So anything you guys want to see strategy related that diverts from my obviously war simulation games like War Thunder, or my first-person shooters like Call of Duty, or you guys want to watch me continue my Breakpoint gameplay, I would love to hear that, because I actually would mean to complete that campaign, which I have yet to do, because obviously Susan picked up and kind of diverted me away from actually doing that. Alright, so let's see. Am I not getting no bombers? Alright, that's sweet. Alright, so naturally when I get no bombers, squirt guys, I like to pull the dumb maneuvers, which I usually just dive straight in, try to hit a few ground targets if I'm lucky enough to get to a base and drop my bombs on it, and that's what I do. But in this case, I got no high altitude fighters protecting me. I did spawn in late, but regardless, try to get a few points when playing these bonuses, because even though they updated it apparently and they made the AI gunners apparently more like useful, I haven't noticed a difference. Yes, they do a little bit more crit damage and all that, but I think skills that you upgrade for them, their true skills, actually make the difference. So I guess we'll see if I get lucky enough to have my gunners actually shoot down an aircraft that is supposed to me, because I am playing on Xbox One and I'm not using controllers, so I'm a bit handicapped for some of these guys. And there's a Fluffy Wolf coming right at me. W190. Oh no, he pulled off. Sweet. Let's see here. Oh, and if you guys want to see me do some games with Overlord Decked or Deck Marrow, he's been in some of my past streams, streaming as well. Or if you guys want to check him out, he does do some racing games, kind of more diverse and different styles of games that I do. He's more into the sports racing style, hockey type of stuff. He also does some Call of Duty Warthunder with me every now and again, but mainly he's into the sports. Oh, and there it is. Oh, what do you know? I got an aircraft again. That usually never happens. I guess I just have to start streaming more. But yeah, we are still working on that community, or the gaming community / clan comp team for Call of Duty, and branching out to other games. So if you guys want me to share a link in the Discord, because what we've done is actually try to make it to where anyone can join, and just kind of on any 3 platforms, it's just going to be a hub for people who want to, you know, squad up in games like Call of Duty, Destiny, Forza, any game that's multiplayer, if they don't want to play alone, or if they're having a hard time finding people. By all means, if enough of you guys let me know, I'll, especially on YouTube, I'll leave a link for the Discord server in there, and you guys can join it. Obviously, there will be some rules to follow, obviously, because it's going to be a community-based thing, so this is kind of the same rules that you guys would use, kind of if you're going to work or if you're in public. But overall, it's enough for you guys to have fun. Alright. There's the P61. It literally, it's got quad 50s, I believe, or quad 20s. I believe space when I was being told by one of my friends that I play Warthunder with, but oh shit. Whew. Oh. Pardon my French, guys, but Warthunder mechanic should have killed me in that one. Oh no, I'm dead. Come on, guns, turn around, fire at them. Where's that airfield? So, obviously this thing, when it picks up speed, it's freaking OP, but when it loses speed, it becomes literally just a heavy target that has slow turning. It's badass because it's got sonar, if you notice on the left. I need to probably try to find a keyboard and mouse to actually play this on the console, because literally there's too many control schemes to map out on the controller, especially when you get into jets. Speaking of which, if you guys are not new with the updates, or updated with the updates for War Thunder, they did add the M1, the M1A2 Abrams, which is the current modern Abrams tank, I think, in the unit, U.S. arsenal, and possibly planning on adding the M1A3, which is going to be the next one that's supposed to be coming out. Oh, no. Okay, well, that happened. Sometimes you can recover, sometimes you can't. They are also planning, from what I've heard from a few people, to be adding the A-10 Warthog, so if any of you guys are wanting to get into those modern aircraft, I suggest grinding out the American line, or do what my buddy Warpig does and just drop money on the game, which I only do if I'm low on silver or if I want to get some premium. He drops it so we can boost research for it, because he does not like to grind. So if you guys are the type of people who hate grinding, dropping money is the best way to do it. Or just don't play it if you don't like it, obviously. Yeah. Oh, this match was over. I wasted a spawn. Okay. Let's You know what? For anyone watching on YouTube, if you guys want to, because I just thought about it actually. If you guys want to, or be a part of it, go ahead and drop your New Year's resolution down in the comment on this video. I'd like to read what some of you guys' New Year's resolution is. Mine, obviously, especially since I moved, is to obviously be a happier person, get in shape, you know, be a little bit more successful, especially with my finances, because that's always a hard thing to micromanage if, you know, it just doesn't come to you naturally. And if you went to school like I did, where they had just started teaching, you know, not financial aid, but financial knowledge, like all that, because we had this class called careers. They never taught it to us, so I learned it through JRTC when I was going, and it was very minimal of what they taught us. So that's one of my New Year's resolution. So literally just be a happier person, get in shape, get a handle on my finances. If you guys want to go ahead and share some of your New Year's resolution, by all means, I'd like to read some of them, and I'll respond to some of them as well. I've been kind of bad on keeping up some of the comments with some of the guys who have commented, but you know, life hits, you know, you can't always be responding. But yeah, by all means, guys, just start like having conversations with me. I think I have a community chat board as well, so if you guys just want to have like full-on conversations with me, questions, any of that, I'd be happy to actually do that with you guys. Now, I do have a Twitter. My Twitter, that if you guys want to follow it for actual updates for when I'm going live, hold on, let me pull it up so I'm giving you guys the right one. It is, well, you can find me at ZG Skull Crusher. I know my Twitch obviously is a little funky because excuse me, my Twitch is a little funky because it doesn't pop up like that like it should, but my gamer tag is the same as my Twitter. So straight up, what you guys can look for is at capital Z G lowercase SKULL TRUSHER. Simple as that. I'll make sure that I put it in the link in the comments on YouTube once I obviously upload this video. I've also been grinding out my German line a little bit, so maybe in the next few days I'll just straight up show you guys what I've been doing on my German line. Or stream with some of the guys that I actually use my German line with, because I'm not one to like to form into matches like this when they have low tier aircraft, so I keep like certain lines for certain people that I play with. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Yep. See, that's why I like to dive. My guns get a little bit of damage on them? Yeah, that's one thing I hate about the bombers. Their gunners don't always hit the targets that they need to. Hello, Mr. Bobby. There, guys. I don't sleep much at night, so if you hear me yawning here and there, it's because I usually am pulling like 8 to 12 hours of being awake a night. Just forgive me on that one. If not, well, it's okay. You daytime guys, you daywalkers don't understand us night owls. Night crawlers, I guess, is another term for us. Alright, here we go. Hello, Joe, you idiot. Where are you running? Where are you running? Are you coming at me? Coming at me? Huh? Oh, my combat flats. This is where it becomes overpowered. Man, yoink. Look at those quads. What are they? I think it's quad 50s. Let's see what they are. Turret. No, they're quad 30s. Alright, the Brownings. Okay. Naturally, I planned with this, but because this is without a bomb payload, I'm just gonna use it until I die. Let's see. Anyone close? Is that... No, it's not. I gotta say though, I do like these Warthunder maps, like, for a game that was originally done on a computer platform. This actually runs quite smoothly and renders very well on the console. I'm actually deeply surprised because I didn't think, especially with the older versions of games that were like War Thunder on the PC, I didn't think, the console would actually be able to get the rendering. Oh, I'm not gonna kill my teammate that way. That's a good enough help. No. There we go. Oh. That's unfortunate. Alright. So, also some of the rounds that I use, you guys might be familiar with if you guys use them yourself, if you guys do play this game. Usually, what I like to do is I stay away from Universal, since I've played the game, and I'm no longer at that beginner stage. But once you get out of that beginner stage, because Universals don't put me wrong, but they're great. It's just, once you get used to knowing where your ammo's going and all that, switch to stealth on fighters because it makes your rounds literally not noticeable until you're firing at the guy and blowing parts of his aircraft off. That was a quick match yet again. But, so you got armored ones, which are meant for, like, planes with high armor, so let's say, like, bombers, P-61, so attack planes and bombers. Stealth rounds have a mix of kind of everything, every round, but oh, now I got bombs for it. Sweet, sweet, sweet. So yeah, basically, like, it kind of, hold on, I want to cancel this, kind of explain some of these rounds to you guys. So let's say for like the Corsair, right? Because of the cannons on some of the Corsairs, you actually do get cannons. I think one of them has quad 20s, and they tear through aircraft real quick. But for like this one that has the 30s because of the Brownings, which is the 12.7 rounds. Usually what I like to go for is stealth. That way they can't see my rounds. And if you notice, it has a mix of armor piercing and sin, regular incense. You got tracers, which are mainly just incendiary tracer rounds. Then you got ground targets, which are meant for penetrating like tanks and like armored ground units. And then obviously you got bombs. I actually have not figured out the bombs. I figured out the rockets. Like the HVAR is high velocity air rockets, so these are meant to actually take out aircraft compared to taking out ground, which I think the ground ones are called something else. Let's see, for this being an actual fighter, not a naval fighter, same thing, same ammo. This one, same ammo, okay. Which one has different ammo? I'm trying to find one with different ammo for you guys. Because there's like one that's like armor piercing T or APT, which is armor piercing tracer rounds. That way you can see your armor piercing rounds, even though they have tracers in them anyways. So it's Each round is different. Based on the rounds you put on, they can be heavier, they can be lighter, which means you need to adjust your aim. Some of them will be perfect balance, which means that little aim assist circle you get, fire right at it, you should hit them. The only downside is you got to pinpoint the ping, the lag, how much you got to lead, and your aircraft turning, and how close your guns are. What I like to do is, I actually, ironically, watched a movie called Mission Above Honor or something like that, about the Polish pilots of World War II that assisted the British RAF against the Germans during the Battle of Britain. And I switched my range to, if you notice, my gun's targeting distance is at 150 meters, which is what one of the pilots in that movie did, and it was meant for if you get closer, that your bullets will drop off sooner, but they don't spread as fast. So your bullet spread kind of doesn't happen at a closer range, because some people like to set it to, like, because the ranges are going to be set up to, I think, 500 meters. So spreading happens at close range, but somehow the bullets line up at longer ranges. So that means if you guys are good enough at leading targets at, let's say, that P-39 is my target and I was in a fighter, if at 1.5 miles you guys can lead and kill that guy from 1.5 miles away, set your gun range to 500 meters. But if you like me, and you're not too confident, my sweet spot for me is 150. I would go from there and kind of just go up and down with it. Figure out what your sweet spot is. Plus, because it's such a closer range, the bullets pack a higher velocity early on, from my understanding. Come on, B-29, are you gonna leave some of the targets for the rest of us? Like, Jesus. If I can get close enough to demolish you guys see what a B-29 looks like in the game. It's actually a freaking monster. The one thing I hated about using the German line was that Focke-Wulf 200 or the FW 200. If you guys don't know what a Focke-Wulf is, like what I'm referencing, because that's what they were called. Or it's a Focke-Wulf or Focke-Wulf. I don't know German, so I can't pronounce it. Oh, there's a Ju-88. That thing was overpowered with its AI gunners, because one of them had dual MG-34s on the back for its top gunner. Oh my god, that thing would rip apart aircraft the moment that they tried taking me from the high ground. Oh, where's that B-29? Did he die? B-29 is dead. Alright, well, now I have a base that I can... I think that Focke-Wulf is following me to assist me in this base, because if I can't finish it off, he's going to have to. Now, if any of you have knowledge on these bombers, can you guys tell me how to use the bomb sights? Because literally, after like a few updates ago, they broke them, and I just can't figure out how to aim with them anymore. Do I use the center, like, line with a horizontal line going through the circle, like the aiming circle, or do I use the little grayed out circle? And there's a jet somewhere. That's fun. I hear you in front of me. That's what those hit. 410. First person. Can you imagine being in this, having this just happen to you? You get shot down, you lose half your tail, and you're just spinning out of control. That would be like the worst experience that you could go through, in my opinion. Like, you're in a perfectly good airplane, you think it's safe and all that at high altitude, and then boom, fighter comes up, rips your tail right off, and now you're basically, I'm not gonna say, you're basically screwed. Which, and trying to get out of a plane that's spinning out of control at high altitude, I would only assume like the amount of like force that you're being thrown around in that freaking metal death trap at that point. because of gravity and all that shifting and whatnot and the speed you're going. So for this plane, if you guys don't see it, because like on the F6F and whatnot, its sonar is like this weird little buoy looking thing on the tip of the wing. This one's actually located, I think, in the nose. If you can see those little antennas right there on the side, those metal antennas. That's actually not the sonar, but the radar antennas. Bomb right there. I'm gonna climb. Into the cloud. This thing has air brakes? I totally forgot about that. That's a jet. That's a Messerschmitt 262. I don't want to be around it. I had 3 fighters on me. See, that's the thing I hate about Warthunder. It's like, nobody just like wants to, you know, take out a fighter by themselves or with a wingman. They always gotta have like 3, 4, 5, 6, the entire team on you. Which ruins some of the fun, but I mean, it's not. I mean, I get it because everyone's like, oh, it's a kill, XP, money, you know. You go to realistic and it's completely different. It's usually, especially if you squad up, especially with the people I play with, we like to, we'll like quad team one guy, but it'll be more like, hey, we see one guy, we're gonna go get him, and then we'll hit another guy that's coming in, or one of us will take the guy that's close by, and then the other one will try to hit the interceptor. It's smart, especially when you got people who can fly. In this game, because it does take skill, especially when you're low to the ground like that FW and you're trying not to crash while running from a pilot, while not getting shot, or try not to get shot down while your teammates unloading on them. It gets very difficult, especially when you're probably with a tough plane like this one. Behind me. Looking at the map, I'm already knowing I'm getting died by the F-250. Turn. There we go. Hit the base a little bit. So did damage to someone. I did not hit the base. Okay, well that... Oh, I gotta kill them. Okay, well it works out sometimes. and a kill assist. So the thing I hate with these planes is because this thing always seems to be like a magnet for aircraft. It's easy to take out, and its maneuverability always sucks. Especially when it's not upgraded. Alright, so who to go for? Who to go for? I gotta just take it out. Gotta do it. I think Akika's a jet. I'm not sure. I haven't had any run-ins with it before. I hear you, Mr. Jet Fighter, right above me. Okay, let's see here. How close? Alright, so 35,000 away. Closer. Which the compressor is going to help me out with engine power, max speed, rate climb, and turn time. And then I go for wing repair, then engines and radiator, blah blah blah. Oh, they also added some new profile pics for Warthunder. I think they got 4 pages in total now. The 4th page, I believe, is tank icons. So it's no more just aircraft and boats. It's also tank icons. Also, you know, oh, hello, what the... Oh, guys, this is what we call the shock and awe effect. I've been in games where the entire team's been bombers, but it's been a while, and that's the B-20 right there. That thing is freaking massive. It's bigger than the B-17 above me, so I'm actually going to try to catch up to that B-17. It's not going to work. Go later stand by. Go to stand. Oh god. Star Wars references. Speaking of Star Wars, have you guys seen the new Star Wars movie? Let me know what you guys thought about it. Because I loved it compared to the last 2 movies. Force Awakens, when they made that, like, I was, you know, excited to see Star Wars was back, you know, being made, new movies and all that. The last one I didn't really like too much, and the one they just came out with, oh my god, I'm not gonna lie, it was like an M. Night Shyamalan twist at the end, but it was an amazing movie. Code 4 standing by, interesting. Red leader standing by, oh god. The references, the immersion. Turning. Let me get my bombs off. I always try to get my plane to turn so I can get my bombs off, but it never works out. Alright, let's see what else there is. Oh, excuse me. That was... Alright. They're telling me, like... I text that box on my screen, so... I don't... Okay, so I think... Okay, those 2 guys control the turret, so I think they gotta switch between where the turret goes. Like, can you guys, like, get that off my screen? so hard to freaking lead that far. And there's my guns going. P61, buddy. Get him. Come on, P61, we got this. There it is. My gunners are like, he's not dead until he's dead. Oh, my tail control is literally in the front. My gunners. There it is. There's my crucified. Which I don't think killing the cur off like does anything, but now we got a guy in our spawn. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. For anyone who might join the stream late, or anyone who is watching on YouTube, just another reminder, for those in the stream, you guys can always leave me a comment. I'll try to respond to you during the stream. Those on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button if you guys want to see more, that like button, the notification bell for when I actually do upload videos, if there is one. I'm not too sure how that works. And leave a comment below to tell me what you guys like to see. I have actually done... I've gotten back into what's called MILSIM, if anyone's familiar with that. It's like a military simulation group. Almost kind of like a clan in a sense, like, that's the best way to describe it. But what we do is we do it on Battlefield 4, I think there's some people on Battlefield 5, some people doing it on Call of Duty. So we're getting back, I've gotten back into that, so if any of you guys want to see some of the some gameplay that I can pull off, I usually run tanks, so it might be fun for you guys to see. Oh, now FYI, I'm not in the real military. We do have some guys in there that are National Guard, or have been in, or are in, or, you know, people from different countries or nationalities. I think we have a few Canadians in there that actually are in the military for Canada. But yeah, if you guys want to see some of that stuff, let me know. We do like full-on, like, try to do at least full-on military simulation. And if anything, I would be live streaming, like, let's say a raid or a JTL that we do. That's basically what else you guys would be able to see. Well, that was not fun. Well, at least now you guys get to see me run my course here, and I'm actually able to use it now. freaking love these Corsairs, man. 630s. Do do do. I also have acrobatic smoke. Head to head with him. On him. I don't have to speak. Fight him like that. And there it is. I should have went down a little further. You hate to see it, you really do. I always do like to spectate some of the other guys just so I can get an idea of how each mission aircraft works. Okay. I also like to see how some people like do their artwork on their tanks. Plus I like watching. Oh, and there's a jet for you guys. B-59. Can't wait to get myself one of these. Okay, maybe not after seeing that. Alright, there you guys go. Nice little B-17 right here. This is actually the one I'm going for. This one is the last one in the line for B-17s. Afterwards, it's the B-24 and then the B-29, which I'm shooting for that B-29 hardcore style. What are you doing, Mr. B-20 or B-17? In fact, you're surviving. Oh, never mind. I'm one of the most OP Japanese fighters in the game. Yeah, but keyboard and mouse players definitely have an advantage over controller players because they're able to cut off their engines when set on fire. They're able to do tail whips. They're able to have a bunch of these control schemes. So that's why I'm probably going to get myself a keyboard and mouse here soon, so I can actually compete with them. But, oh, I got my engines unlocked for... That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, well, I guess I'm committed now. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to switch over to tanks. I'm going to run my American tank line. Now, I believe these are post-World War II tanks that I have, minus the M36 and the M19. But the Tier 4 ranks from the Bulldog, the M4A3, the Jumbo, on down are literally post-World War II. These are like Korean War, Philippine War tanks, and then you get the Cold War tanks. More Cold War tanks / Desert Storm, and then obviously modern tanks. So I got the M1A1, the M1A2, and then the first edition M1. I do have the Chrysler, because I pre-ordered the game when it came out, but still waiting on them to add squads to Xbox. Because that would be actually very nice once they add that, because then I'm able to get some of those tanks that require squad research, and then get the ones that, or get awards and compete in like World War mode that they only have on PC right now, which they said it was going to come to Xbox, but I haven't seen any news on it yet. I might dig for some and figure out when it's coming to Xbox, just in case any of you guys are console players, and maybe I don't know if it lines up with Xbox or PS4 like dates for when squadrons come out, but I'll try to figure it out and keep you guys updated. But I'm gonna start off with my jumbo. Don't need to upgrade this thing. Oh, it's the map I hate. So if you guys ever play this map, the castle up there is the place to go. Especially when there's only one objective. But because I'm a heavy tank, technically, which is laughable because I don't think any Shermans should be considered heavy tanks, but I think the only reason why they're considered heavy is the armaments they can hold. Like, even though this and the M4A2 has the 76, it's the rounds, I believe, that and the ability to penetrate certain armor makes this a heavy tank compared to the other. Plus its mobility. I don't know why though. I do not know why. I'm gonna get shot in the ass. There it is. Right up there. Yep, Panther A. If you guys are ever on this map, try to get up to that castle. Freaking OP. Get a high viewpoint of the entire map. So the other thing too that you guys might want to try as well is if you run tanks and you have poor experience with being ammo racked, take less rounds in. Tank removed, there's no longer there, and I'm entrenching myself, haha. Probably stream some Call of Duty later tonight, guys. Actually, I might do so tonight. Start a new game. And then, if any of you are available tonight to actually be part of the stream, I could use maybe you guys' guidance on how to effectively do research and all that. Ah, damn it. Man's got a fucking wizard hat on his tank. Oh god. And I'm assuming this is when my team gives up because we got this man just sitting here. Is it just our team or is there a guy on him? A little bit. And voila. Alright, well, I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. This is where I'm going to end the stream for today. If you guys are available later on,